Canada has long been a dream destination for Indians seeking better education, job opportunities, and a higher standard of living. However, in recent years, this dream has become increasingly unaffordable for many. Skyrocketing costs of living, housing prices, tuition fees, and tougher immigration policies have made it harder for Indians to move and settle in Canada. The weakening Indian Rupee, reduced job opportunities, and stricter permanent residency rules have added to the financial strain. Many Indians who once saw Canada as a land of opportunity are now reconsidering their plans, with some even returning home due to rising expenses. In this video, we'll explore the key reasons why Indians can no longer afford Canada and why many are looking for alternative destinations. Stay tuned as we break down the biggest financial challenges facing Indian immigrants in Canada today. 1. High cost of living. The cost of living in Canada has skyrocketed in recent years, especially in major cities like Toronto, Vancouver, and Calgary. Rent prices have increased significantly, with a one-bedroom apartment in Toronto now costing over $2,500 per month. Groceries, utilities, and transportation costs have also surged due to inflation and supply chain disruptions. For new immigrants who do not have high-paying jobs immediately, sustaining a basic lifestyle has become a financial struggle. Many Indians, especially students and families, are now reconsidering Canada as a viable immigration option because expenses far exceed initial expectations. 2. Soaring housing prices. Canada's housing market has become one of the most expensive in the world. Homeownership is now out of reach for many middle-class immigrants, as housing prices in cities like Vancouver and Toronto average around $1 million Canadian dollars. Even renting has become unaffordable, with landlords demanding higher security deposits and advance payments. Many Indians who plan to settle in Canada and buy property are now rethinking their decision due to rising mortgage rates and stricter lending policies. With limited affordable housing options, many immigrants are either forced into shared accommodations or considering alternative destinations like Australia, Germany, or the UAE. 3. Increase in tuition fees for international students. Indian students, who make up a large portion of international students in Canada, are facing skyrocketing tuition fees. Many universities and colleges have significantly increased fees for international students, with annual costs now ranging from $20,000 Canadian dollars to $40,000 Canadian dollars for undergraduate programs. In addition, living expenses have also risen, making it difficult for students to afford rent, food, and transportation. The limited availability of part-time jobs due to a slowing economy has made it even harder for students to manage their expenses. Many Indian families are now opting for European or Asian universities as more affordable alternatives. 4. Tougher immigration and work policies. Canada has introduced stricter immigration and work policies, making it harder for Indians to secure permanent residency, PR, or high-paying jobs. The comprehensive ranking system, CRS, score requirements for express entry have increased, making it difficult for many applicants to qualify. Moreover, job opportunities have become scarce, with employers now preferring local candidates over foreign workers due to economic uncertainties. Many Indian professionals who once saw Canada as a land of opportunity are struggling to find jobs in their fields, making their stay financially unsustainable. 5. Depreciation of the Indian Rupee against the Canadian dollar. The weakening Indian Rupee, INR, against the Canadian dollar, CAD, has made it more expensive for Indians to move to Canada. As of 2024, 1 CAD equals approximately 62 Indian rupees, making tuition fees, rent, and daily expenses costlier for Indian students and workers. For families funding their children's education in Canada, the cost in INR has doubled in the last decade. This currency fluctuation has discouraged many middle-class Indians from choosing Canada as a migration destination, as their savings are no longer sufficient to sustain life in the country. 6. Fewer job opportunities and rising unemployment. Many immigrants, including Indians, are struggling to secure stable, high-paying jobs in Canada. The job market has become highly competitive, with fewer openings in IT, finance, and healthcare due to economic slowdown. Even after securing a job, salaries often do not match the high cost of living, forcing many to work multiple part-time jobs. The rising unemployment rate has also affected PR applicants, as job security is now a key requirement for immigration approval. Many Indians who move to Canada hoping for better opportunities are finding it difficult to make ends meet, leading some to return to India or explore other countries. 7. Reduced Postgraduate Work Permit, PGWP, benefits. Earlier, Indian students in Canada could easily transition to PR through the Postgraduate Work Permit, PGWP, program. However, recent changes have limited the work permit duration and increased competition for PR slots. With tougher immigration policies, many students who invest heavily in Canadian education are left without a clear path to stay and work long-term. This uncertainty is discouraging new students from choosing Canada, as they fear they might not recover their education investment. Conclusion: Canada, once seen as an affordable and promising destination for Indian immigrants, is becoming too expensive due to rising costs, tougher immigration rules, and fewer job opportunities. With the cost of living, housing, tuition fees, and immigration challenges increasing, many Indians are now reconsidering their plans and looking for alternative destinations such as Germany, Australia, and the UAE. The dream of settling in Canada is still possible, but it now requires higher financial stability, better planning, and strong career prospects to make it a sustainable choice.